strategies and how they do it. So
Exactly.
go for it.
Thank you, Pete, for inviting us tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. We are Golden Engineering Technology. My name is Mike Lavin here. I'm the sales manager. This is Desi Azar, our electrical engineer, and this is Andrew, our president. Today we're going to review with you a little bit about our company, about our history, also about our approach to energy savings and the guarantee that we put behind it. We're also going to talk a little bit about the financial benefits that we deliver for institutions in the area and what we can do for the borough, as well as the environmental benefits. Andrew, please get started.
Good evening. As Mike stated, my name is Andrew Kerr. I'm the president of GET Consulting. We are an electrical engineering consulting firm specializing in energy conservation, specifically within industrial and commercial facilities. Since our establishment in 1994, we've been an affiliate of Energy Automation Systems Incorporated. EASY is a premier electrical energy conservation company in its industry. EASY technology has been installed in over 70,000 facilities in over 60 countries. Fortune 500 companies such as Holiday Inn, Exide Battery, Ford Motors, Coca-Cola, and even Godiva Chocolatier, located in Exeter Township, have successfully implemented this technology. So what we do is a multitude of different things. We take a multifaceted approach. So by that, what we do is we, one, cancel reactive power current created by inductive motors. We cancel harmonic filtration created by nonlinear loads. We treat lighting. Lighting is a huge energy consumer. We do that in a few different ways. One is we adjust the power consumption required by different energy lighting fixtures, or we actually provide minor reconstruction or replacement, depending on what the facility's needs are. We also reduce consumption demanded by AC and refrigeration units, and we identify minor maintenance issues within electrical distribution systems. When we put these proven electrical techniques in process, what we do is we achieve energy savings of up to 30%. What that means to our client, return on investments of an average of 36 to 48 months. I'm going to pass it over to Baz, our engineer, who's going to take you through our approach, our techniques, and some of the technologies we implement to achieve our goals. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to ask what your backgrounds are about the before I begin. That's okay.
I'm a high school history teacher.
I'm borough manager of a couple of years of electronics, I'm a professional geologist.
Excellent. All right, good. Well, as Andy was explaining, what we do is we take a comprehensive approach and a comprehensive and multifaceted approach towards industrial facilities and commercial facilities. We use proven engineering principles, common contracting techniques, coupled with over 25 different technologies in order to achieve our results. Our results are lower kilowatt consumption, increased power quality, increased efficiency, which all results in an overall cost of reduction to the client's facility. We do this in 5 different steps. Before I get into that, we're going to talk about the 5 steps, and after that, there's a demonstration of one of our technologies I'd like to show you. But please, as I'm going through this, stop me. Feel free to ask any questions, any clarifications. The 5 steps are the consultation, analysis, design, installation, verification, and ongoing support. As far as the consultation, this is a free initial assessment that we conduct with the client. This is a face-to-face coordination meeting. We try to figure out the client's operation, what they're looking for, identify any problem areas within their electrical distribution system. and come up with the client's expectations. We also conduct a walkthrough during this initial assessment. This walkthrough allows us to gather enough information in order for us to make a guaranteed savings projection for the client. Once the initial assessment is completed and the client approves, we proceed to the next step. And by the way, we never proceed to another step without having a mutually agreed upon expectation between ourselves and the client. The next step after consulting would be the analysis and then the design. The analysis is very detailed. We visit the client's facility. We have trained engineers that collect raw data from the client's electrical distribution system. And it's very detailed in that we go down to every specific load, inductive loads, nonlinear loads, like Andy was explaining, lighting loads, transformers, lighting panels. We collect motor nameplate information, transformer sizes, any problem issues that we see in problem areas. We also collect environmental ratings that are needed. We document them, installation problems. All that information, raw data, is collected and put into a custom software that us and our team of experts use in order to develop the design for the client. Let's talk a little bit about the design process. Again, this is a very detailed, custom process. We have over 25 different technologies, and we use specific technologies as needed in order to benefit the client technically and financially. The result of the design process is pretty much a submittal design package. And we have an example of one of those here. And towards the end of the presentation, I'd like to show you what the package involves. And pretty much the package details out what equipment we use, how we're going to use it, and projections for the client. These are cost projections, savings projections, and other side benefits such as environmental benefits and tax benefits. After we proceed with the design process, then there's the installation. The installation is project managed from beginning to end by our engineers. We're fortunate to have in our team TMS Electrical, Mike Salovey. He is a certified master electrician, owns his own company. I'd like Mike to step in here and talk a little bit about his company, and then I'll continue with the presentation.
Good evening. Just wanted to give a little background about myself and my company. I went through the 5-year IBEW apprenticeship program, and I worked for a very big electrical contractor here in the local area, MBR Construction Services, out of Landon. I was top of my class throughout all 5 years of the apprenticeship, and I started running work for this company as a 4th-year apprenticeship, running multi-million-dollar projects. I've run multiple, probably up to 30 lead projects for various schools, hospitals. I've done multiple big projects on power plants, so I have a very extensive background of bigger projects, big load motors, and that sort of thing. About 2 years ago, my wife and I discussed starting our own business. So the one big thing that I feel is a benefit with my company is I don't have no apprentices right now in my company. All my employees, I have 5 employees, all went through the 5-year IBEW apprenticeship program. They've all successfully passed it, and they've all successfully have taken the City of Reading's journeyman test and passed that. So all my electricians are licensed journeyman electrician in the City of Reading. So I just find that as a big benefit for my company, the customers, and the satisfaction we provide in the craftsmanship and knowledge of the trade. So thank you.
Thanks, Mike. So let's get back to the installation process. During the installation process, we have ongoing verifications, which also leads me to the next step in our approach, which is the verification and the ongoing support. When we install a piece of equipment, we take pre and post measurements. This This proves the functionality of the equipment and also guarantees our savings. We have to adhere by strict protocols when we do the verification. We follow what's called the IP-MVP, which is the International Measurement Verification Protocol. The data that we collect during the verification process, which is the pre and the post measurements, and also how we collect that information as well, is presented to a CMVP, which is a Certified Measurement Verification Professional. There's 900 of those in the world, and we have one of them on our team. Again, this is what ensures our guarantee. And even throughout the ROI period, we have to conduct periodic checks of the overall installation of our equipment. These checks are pretty much done quarterly throughout the entire ROI period, and even when the ROI period is completed, we also offer additional services for ongoing support to our clients. So these are pretty much the 5 basic steps. I'd like to go into a demonstration, but before we go into that, do you have any questions, any clarifications? All right. This is one of our technologies, and I don't know if you'd like me to move this up closer, or if you guys would like to. Go ahead. Come right here. So this is, again, one of 25 different technologies. This focuses on the principle of reactive power correction. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what reactive power correction is. Okay. This is an inductive motor, obviously. Motor for a mixer, elevator, whatever it may be in a client's facility. This represents the wire installed behind the walls and conduit that's run throughout the facility. In this case, there's about 100 feet of this wire here. This is what's called our Easy Liner. This is patented easy technology, and this is what provides the reactive power correction. Reactive power is pretty much, think of it as wasted energy. This is energy produced by inductive loads. This energy results in heat losses that affect equipment, affect your air conditioning within your facility, distribution losses, wear and tear, and maintenance issues throughout the facility. So what we do is we add this technology in order to mitigate the results of reactive power. So let this simulate the utility meter, for example. This is just a standard electronic device. Over here we see 120 volts. Let's get the amperage. Let's do this. So as you can see, there's about 4.86 amps that the utility is reading, along with almost 120 volts. Now, I'm going to take this typical multimeter, and we're going to measure the current at the motor. It's reading fairly close. 5 amps. This is 4.86 amps. Depends on how I hold the wire through, the multimeter. It varies in results, but it's pretty close. We're talking about 4.8 amps or so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in our device. Now, before I show you the results of the utility, we're going to take a measurement one more time here at the motor. You can see that it's still 5 amps. Back at the utility, it's 1.8 amps, drastically reduced the amperage. This is what the utility is seeing, and the motor is still seeing what it needs to operate, which is its 5 amps. This is pretty much the drastic results that you see from one of our technologies. Do you have any questions? Okay. All right. These, by the way, we have data sheets within the packages that we gave you, and the data sheets show the benefits of this equipment. As you can see, it extends the life of motors, improves voltage, increases electrical capacity, reduces kilowatt consumption. Many different benefits to using this technology, and this is again one of 25 different technologies, over 25 different technologies. We have in the packet also another technology, which is the power liner. It's for harmonic mitigation, the lighting voltage regulator, Frigitech, which is a lubricant, which is used in compressors. So these are only 4, again, out of 25 different technologies that we have here in our systems. One more thing is that this technology or our system also supplements other systems. So for example, if you have solar, which is another energy conservation system, this can be added on in parallel with that system. This increases the capacity for the system, so that's the problem with solar, is the capacity. When you add equipment like this within a facility, you increase the capacity and longer duration of the solar system's operation. This also goes in parallel with cogeneration, wind, geothermal, any of the other energy conservation technologies. This system also runs in parallel with. So if you guys don't have any more questions, or do you? Clarifications? Okay. I'm going to hand it over to Mike. Mike is going to explain to you a little bit more about our services and the financial aspect of what we do.
So the bottom line, most important benefits that we deliver for our clients is the financial and environmental benefits. As we discussed, our savings can vary from 10 to 30% for our customers. That savings that we deliver, we stand by firmly. We deliver this savings and we back it with a return on investment guarantee. Not only do we back this guarantee, but Energy Project Assurance Corporation backs it as well. An A-rated courier backed by Lloyd's of London. We also back the whole process from beginning to end. From the consultation to the design, to the installation, to the verifying of the savings. The verify of the savings is very important. So throughout the return investment period, the customer understands that they have our support, that we're there for them for technical aspect as well as delivering the financial aspect. It's also important that we're there for them if they have any questions in the facility about the technology. Our technology is turnkey. We deliver it, we install it, and there's no maintenance required. The employees of the company do not have to get involved at all. So that's another piece that's important there. The financial aspect that we help them with is through tax rebates, through rebates from the state passed on through the utility companies. Also, we help them with procurement as well. Procurement and lowering the cost of their kilowatt hour. We also have them with financial assistance to help pay for these projects. So let's elaborate a little bit on the tax rebates. The tax rebates we help, for instance, institutions such as nonprofits. Nonprofits, of course, don't pay taxes on anything, so that why should utilities be any different? If we notice that after doing utility audit of their utility bills, that they're paying taxes on anything, of course, we help them with the paperwork, the state, and the utility companies to ensure they're not getting taxed for the future, as well as a 3-year rebate of the taxes they've already paid. That is a check that they can use towards an energy conservation project, of course. Manufacturers, there's plenty of manufacturers in our area that pay taxes and don't realize it. Manufacturing facility, let's say hypothetically, a manufacturer that makes widgets, for instance. 80% of this facility could be for manufacturing only. And then the other 20% could be offices, bathrooms, kitchens, things of that nature, that are not meant for manufacturing. We prove in our detailed surveys that 80% of it is for manufacturing only. We deliver this analysis to the state, they approve it, and we deliver the tax exemption of 80% going forward. And also the rebate of 3 years back on that 80% of the taxes that they paid. Another check that they could use towards an energy conservation project. Now, there's these benefits from the state passed on through the utilities to help pay for these type of projects. As we all know, these initiatives have been going on for a few years now. We help do the paperwork. We are actually a trade ally, for instance, with PPNL, to deliver these rebates to our customers. These rebates can pay for a large chunk of the project, maybe 50, 70%, depending on the project, depending on what we're installing. So that's how we help them financially pay for it. Now, there's a portion there that's not being paid by the state. Let's say anywhere from 30, let's say 50%, that needs to be funded. Some companies have the resources, have the budget to put aside for that sort of thing. But if they don't, we help them with financial assistance through financial institutions such as the Sustainable Energy Fund. Have you heard of the Sustainable Energy Fund out of Allentown? They actually provide funding for these type of projects only. And as well as financial institutions locally in the area we work closely with. We want to ideally get them payments that are lower than the savings that we're delivering for them. So if they're saving, for instance, $1,000 off of their $10,000 electric bill, we like to get them payments that are a few $100s, maybe up to $800, so that they're actualizing savings every month instantly, but also no out-of-pocket cost. So sometimes they say, well, we don't have the budget this year. Well, let's eliminate that. Let's make sure we help you fund it. Also, we help them through procurement. Procurement, simply like I said earlier, is to lower the amount of their kilowatt hour. We do this through deregulation. We've all heard of the companies out there that are lowering the rates for our clients through contracts. We can help them find the perfect source to get that done for the company. Do you have any questions about what I've talked about so far? Pretty cut and dry, right? So the bottom line is we bring awareness. We bring awareness to business owners, to managers, to maintenance specialists in facilities to understand the inefficiencies, to prove to them where those inefficiencies are, and deliver for them a solution. This solution, we got them step by step, and we're there for them to explain it. And if they have any other questions, they want to do anything more electric with their facility, we'll gladly help them. We have resources throughout the community to help them with anything that regarding electrical engineering in the facility. So let's face it, our community is not as efficient as we'd like it to be. There's always room for savings. And I think with a partnership with this committee, we can really deliver it for our community. So please feel free to ask any questions. We'll be here for a little while, so feel free if you have anything, please let us know. Okay, all good?
Yep.
On a spread out power system like a municipality has, like we have 80 meters, we don't have any, like we're not a Godiva chocolate that has 16 production motors. We've got one motor here, we've got one motor there. Do you have examples, like a case study of a municipality that's utilized your process that we can talk to and see how they did it?
We actually don't specifically, but our affiliate company, Easy, has implemented these systems in municipalities as well. So we can get you, for instance, testimonials from them that will explain what they delivered for them.
Somebody
And as long as
nearby, I mean, we do a lot of networking with our local municipalities.
We'll check with them, see if there is local. There may be local ones. If not, they'll be out of state, but in the U.S. As you mentioned, they do it all over all over the world. So this technology is not just limited to the United States.
And we're not limited to just what I showed you here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, we can do lighting retrofits, the harmonics, you know, the compressor systems, AC refrigeration, they could all be treated as well. So you're not just limited to industrial and commercial.
And then on like a refrigeration system, are the units per compressor, or are they spread out?
It
Is
depends. It depends on the compressor operation. If the compressors run concurrently, we're able to treat them with something like an easy line. We also have the additive, the lubricants, which you can actually put within the compressor. And what you would do is actually replace a portion of the oil that's already within the compressor with this lubricant. It makes it run a lot more efficiently, less heat, less wear and tear on the motor as well. We also have, for example, in HVAC and refrigeration systems, we have what's called a smart management relay, which is pretty much a digital device that helps regulate the operation of the compressors in the motor within that refrigeration or your HVAC system as well. So, our website has a lot of information, especially about all the different technologies and exactly what we do. I think it'll help give you a better idea as well, and feel free to call me.
And it's one thing to remember, our technology is also nitrogen-based as opposed to oil-based. So one, better for the environment. Two, longer life. I mean, these are rated to last upwards of 25 years.
You're talking the dielectric unit, or what's nitrogen based?
It's a nitrogen-based. It's pretty much the nitrogen-based film that's on there, and this explains it to you here. Right here. There's no
Like a
oils.
capacitor.
Exactly. Now, this is not just a standard capacitor. A lot of people say that, they look at it and say, oh, it's a capacitor. Capacitors can be very tricky to work with. You have to size them perfectly. If they're not sized perfectly, then you cause what's called a leading power factor, where you're actually generating energy and you're putting that back on the system. This has to be sized specifically for each motor, for each application. It has to be located and be correct, very close to the unit. Some people might say, all right, well, the utilities do that. They put it on the utility unit, which is great. It's great for the utility. It's not great for the client, because the client doesn't see the results. So what we do is we take what the utility applies and we present it to the client in a smaller fashion. And we install it at each load. And again, this is one of many different technologies.
And what's nice is, I mean, these sizes range from size of a pack of gum to size of a large refrigerator, just depending on what the needs are. And also, any environmental issues that we have with the facility, whether it has to be resistant for outdoor use, indoor use, dust, it's all rated, you know,
Medical
that our
facilities as
shelves
well. Yeah.
are rated by whatever NEMA needs is required. Also, this is a typical proposal of what we would present in terms of findings. You guys want to review it? I'll pass it around. It's just some billing history. We go through the cost and load analysis. This is all very useful information. Regardless if they install it or not, this information is crucial to business owners, because this is what's showing you where you are now and how you can improve. Because the worst thing they can do is have, one, not have the knowledge, and two, have the knowledge and not do anything about it. So when we give them a proposal, they have every piece of information to make an educated decision on what approach is best for their facility. And we'll be the first. We are not right for every facility. We'll be the first to tell them that. If we are, and we're a good match, we'll go forward. If we're not, we find the right resource to make sure that they are in better shape after meeting us than before.
And we won't charge a client for anything if we're not the right source.
So here's the load breakdown. It shows them the consumption of their
Different loads.
yeah, electrical, there's saving projection, and here's a crucial one, the environmental benefits. So we take them through everything from financial to environment to an outright purchase, and we even break it down to if they want to lease it, to their taxes. I mean, it's just full of all the information they'll need. So once we collect all that raw data and we bring it back to them, there's nothing, you know, left in question. They know they have everything. I don't know if you guys want to take a look at it, but
Yeah, feel free.
so I mean, I think what's most important is we give them as much relevant, crucial information as we can.
Thanks again for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Appreciate it.
Very much.